She responded by saying my daughter should be kept away from the ceremony because otherwise everyone will know he's marrying a used woman.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Welcome everyone to the Reaction Sleepover. This is where we get cozy and we react to stuff. Today we're looking at more people who really need to go to therapy and possibly not get married. In fact, quite possibly. Please don't. And of course, when we come across other Weddingzillas, like in-laws or guests, that's just as fun. So grab your cozies and snackies, and let's head on into it. I regret agreeing to be a bridesmaid. The bride has been a friend of mine since we were in high school. I say friend lightly, as I truly didn't know her till college, and even then, we never really hung out. After college, we connected and text/go out to dinner every now and then to keep up with one another. The groom is in his late 20s, refuses to get a job. Wonderful. Will not assist in paint for the wedding. Paint? Why paint? Are you painting the venue? Maybe they mean paying. Will not assist in buying a home, and has begun telling her what she can and cannot wear/do. Oh dear. The bride is close to 30, is a heavy manipulator, constantly gaslights me, and belittles me in very passive-aggressive ways. A match made in hell. They both need therapy. For example, she knows I struggle with my weight despite me being a runner. So now she has decided to document her weight loss pre-wedding by sending me a message every day telling me what she is eating and how fast she runs. These are completely random messages and I have never discussed these things with her. She also insists her job is harder than mine and I am paid more than I'm worth. You want to tell me how much I'm worth then?
Go ahead.
That's awful. She has tried to set me up with men that she says are great guys, but are less attractive and perfect for me. What in the world? That they're perfect for her because they're less attractive? What's the matter with you? Every time I read stories like this, it's so obvious that the bride is jealous of this person. I've told her to stop many times. Great friend, right? So good. It is insane how toxic people can be. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she and her family have been a fright when it comes to the wedding. Her sister is charging everyone in the bridal party for her hotel accommodations. What? This isn't even the bride? And even if she was, she's charging other people to accommodate for her room? Are you crazy? How entitled. The bride has also informed us that we must pay $1,000 in damages and fees should anyone, even a guest, break a rule? What rule costs $1,000? That is insanity. What kind of rules do you have? No one's allowed to breathe around you? She planned her wedding to be 3 hours away on a Sunday evening, and she wants us on location at 6 a.m. I'm dying. Goodbye. Until 1 a.m. for setup and cleanup. She's already told me that the groomsmen will likely not be helping clean up. So you're demanding everyone else but them? Why? If you're gonna demand, at least demand everybody. But even then, don't demand. Jeesh. It is truly so sad how a person can feel so inferior by someone else that they just go goblin mode. I have also been informed that I am expected to drink at her wedding and bachelorette party. I am not a drinker and she knows that. How disrespectful. You want to force someone to drink? She also planned her own bridal shower with food and all. I brought some items at the request of her sister, the one that refuses to pay for her own hotel room. I was surprised to find that they had taken all my serving trays for their food and put mine away where nobody could eat it? Why? What is going on? I run a baking business and I've never had complaints, but apparently my cookies weren't good enough. Apparently nothing is good enough for you. Even when some people ate them, I heard them telling them not to finish it. What little sleazeballs. They go around like, don't finish it. That's all I can picture when they're going around getting people to not finish the food. I'm just so wildly over the stupid pettiness of this girl and her family. I don't know why she even asked me to be a bridesmaid when she was going to treat me like this. I think unfortunately she made you a bridesmaid for this very reason. She's just lost her mind and she is so clearly threatened by you and has no sense of self-worth of her own, so she feels like she has to just tear you down. Go get therapy! I started having panic attacks, something I've never experienced before this wedding, and I've gained 10 pounds from stress eating. I want to back out, but her wedding is in 1 week, and I don't think I could do it to her. Don't you dare go! She is being so horrible to you. Being a bride does not give anyone any right to treat someone like this. Back out. This is not someone you need in your life. Put your foot down and get out of this hellscape. To hell with her wedding being in a week. Like, that's just moot at this point. If she's gonna act like this, she deserves nothing from you. I just can't believe people act like this. I read so many of these stories, and yet I'm still surprised at how entitled people can be. And just crazy. Like, who hurt you? Go figure it out and stop taking it out on everyone else. Am I the a-hole for banning my husband's mother from my wedding? I, 27 female, am getting married to my lovely fiance, 31 male, this summer. I have a daughter from a previous partner, Hannah, 8 female, and my fiance has a son, Riley, 10 male. Cute. Hannah and Riley are the reasons my fiance and I started dating each other all those years ago. So cute! They became best friends in their swimming class a few years ago, and my fiance and I met like that. It's the best kind of Hallmark movie. For this reason, we've decided to try and incorporate them into the wedding somehow, in age-appropriate roles that will be easy for them. My fiance's mother has always hated me. Great start! She thinks I'm gross for having been a teen mom.
You're gross for having that opinion!
I'm fine. And she believes her son deserves someone better, i.e. a virgin. As you can see, she's very sexist. There are things in this world that anger me to no end. That's one of them. Like, you need to resolve whatever traumas you're going through. Leave them out of it.
Okay.
She thinks I'm an unchaste, awful word, here to ruin her son, which is extremely ironic because I was actually married to my daughter's father when she was conceived, and he left during the pregnancy. But my fiance had a shotgun wedding to his son's mother when she was 2 months pregnant. It's almost like this doesn't actually matter, that a person's past shouldn't define who they are. Gotta love a blazing hypocrite.
Just like my soul is blazing from anger.
I was at my fiance's house yesterday, and we were talking about what role we could put his son in for the wedding. My fiance's mother popped in unexpectedly. She's like a mole. Hello? You were talking wedding things? Allow me to insert my opinions. She asked about what we were discussing. Fiance told her we were finding a role for his son in the wedding, and he said that my daughter was going to be a flower girl, probably. Just a flower.
I am flower!
Instead of them throwing flowers on the ground, it's just her in a big flower costume just waddling down. Or she's the bouquet. Her mom's holding her. That's actually a really adorable idea. She responded by saying my daughter should be kept away from the ceremony because otherwise everyone will know he's marrying a used woman.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
That actually made me not breathe. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you? Immediately disinvite her from that wedding. That is one of the most awful things I've seen in a minute. Like, if I were him, I do not care if you're my mother. How dare you? You are coming nowhere near this wedding. Take yourself and your stupid opinions and go back in your mole hole. That just gave me so much shock. I almost didn't even know what to say there. That is so awful. Can you imagine if that little girl heard that too? I'm so angry. Wow. She said it in a different language, but I still understood. I still heard you, wench. Surprise, you don't have to be a bride to be a wench. And this is one of the worst ones. I saw red. Me too. And started shouting at her. I've tried to be respectful for years, and I had enough. Can you imagine years of that? I told her that she was banned from the wedding, and my fiance kicked her out of his house. Thank you! Ow. That is so satisfying. All my rage went into that. That's why it hurt. We are being bombarded with texts and calls saying that we're wrong for banning her. How? Tell me how it's wrong to ban you from my wedding to the person I love and her family that you disrespect beyond sanity. Tell me how. Some people, dude. And people specifically asking me to let her come.
No!
I'm just turning into one of those small dogs that start barking at you in anger because it's trying to establish its dominance. I feel like that's probably what I look like whenever I get angry, because I'm very small. Because they know my fiance will keep her banned until I say so. Do you ever think of the fact that he has his own choice in the matter? And that he wants her away from the wedding as far away as possible? They keep saying that watching your child get married is a beautiful thing, and I'm depriving her of that because his first wedding was a mess. I'm starting to feel like I should unban her. Don't you dare! This just indicates how nice of a person you are. Please don't. Please, please, please don't. Because then that's going to continue to enable the behavior. No. Boundaries. Not the a-hole. Huge, resounding not the a-hole. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting it to be that bad. Wow, what awful behavior. I can't believe people can honestly think they can treat others like that. So unacceptable. You can allow her to come to your wedding if you and your partner agree. You can also not allow her to come, as long as you and your partner are on the same page. Both options are totally morally acceptable, not the a-hole. Here's the thing, I'm getting a doesn't stand up for strong women vibe from your partner, from the way he only reacted to his mom when you did, from the way he's letting you take the lead on this decision, and from the way his mother feels empowered to treat his partner. I feel like I disagree a bit. I was getting the feeling that he was standing up for her and going, Mom, this isn't okay, so you can't come. That was the impression I was getting, but I guess it is possible that maybe he wasn't doing it until she was. It's not a real mystery where that comes from. It was a survival skill with his mom. This is fine in your relationship if it's fine for both of you, but it's relevant to your decision because you should expect he's going to look to you for how to react if you decide to let his mom back in, and she decides to complain about you wearing white when you're a scarlet woman or whatever. She clearly feels empowered to do it, and if you unban her, then she knows she can walk on you with impunity, so she'll probably do it again if she feels like it. So I'd think really carefully about exactly how much you want to deal with her on your wedding day. Like I said, I don't know how much I agree with him not standing up for her. It seems like he was, and this seemed like a last straw moment. I mean, it's possible that he was enabling the behavior, especially, you know, to be fair, if she brought up that she'd been putting up with this for years, which is complicated when it comes to family. Makes me so glad I have a good relationship with my in-laws. Oh my goodness. Some people just have it so awful. And I feel like if they've been putting up with this for this long, for years, please don't let her back in the wedding. That is my opinion. Don't let her back in. Like, I appreciate this comment's like weighing both sides, but she clearly doesn't care and she will keep doing the behavior if she keeps getting away with it. And I think not letting her into the wedding is a strong, like, this is the consequence if you keep doing this. So, there you go. Am I the a-hole for telling my brother that he didn't need to share that his wife was in labor in my wedding? I'm sorry. Did you want her to keep that to herself? That a baby was about to come out? Would you rather her have the baby there? Because that's what you're asking for.